musician in the digital age can be very challenging. There are many limitations, as well as musicians having to cope with both positive and negative audience reception, which can have a damaging effect on one's self-esteem and passion. We asked QUT music students to see how they felt about this pressing issue. So what's the challenge about making it into the music business?
I think the oversaturation of the industry.
As cliche as it sounds, like staying true to yourself and like keeping your individuality.
Honestly, financially,
It's hard to get your stuff recognized when there are so many other things out there.
releasing songs and releasing music in itself, it costs money as well, and you don't really receive that back.
There's so much on like social media and all that sort of stuff, and it's really easy to compare yourself to others.
Trying to like maintain the momentum, you need to buy things constantly, and getting none of that back is really hard.
It's easy to kind of lose your way and lose the passion that you started with and the sound that you want to produce.
So Wesley, tell us a little bit more about yourself and your music.
So I play guitar and sing. I sort of produce my own music, so solo music, and then I'm also in a band called The Spare Tires. We're putting out a single this week, actually, our first single. I sort of tried to learn how to do a lot of it myself a little while back, and so I produced some of my own music, and then with some mates of mine. So yeah, a lot of the music that I write is sort of folky, sort of alternative rock sort of thing. That's the genre I like to live in. I mostly try to write about my own experiences. Though it's I think I use songwriting a lot as sort of a way to deal with things. You write something to unload it from yourself, and then you no longer feel that feeling as much. Like whether it's a negative or a positive feeling, it helps sort of process things.
So when did you start playing music? When did you sort of fall into music?
I started playing in primary school. I've been singing all my life, but like when I was in about grade 6 or 7, I started playing guitar. I didn't really start songwriting until probably grade 12. Some people just have a natural, just like, oh, I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to write something and it's going to be great. And I don't know, that didn't come naturally to me. It was something that I had to figure out.
How do you cope with negative audience reception?
I think most people don't cope well, and I certainly wouldn't cope well. I've been very fortunate. I haven't gotten any negative audience reception. Probably mostly because I think about music, the making of music, like the important thing is that I like it and that maybe someone else will like it. And, you know, there are people that won't like my music, and that's okay. I think the important thing for me is that there are people out there who do like my music, and I'm proud of it.
What is your definition of success?
To me, sort of making music that I love in the hopes that someone else like me will like it. I think when you're authentic and you pour something out on a personal level, people will respond to that. And it might not be everyone, but it will be a subsection of people, and I think that's the definition of success for me.
The sky.